All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Max and Howard Drink Beer. It is a special...
Max and who?
Howard?
Okay.
Howard.
Okay. One more time?
Roads?
Yeah, that's me!
Rudes?
Rudes.
We are doing a special edition episode today for the fact that it is International Beer Day. So what better for an International Beer Day than... Oh, wait, hold on. We'll regress. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Yeah, sorry, we skipped a few steps here.
Yeah, but we're excited.
So excited that we forgot who we were. International Beer Day.
We're excited.
We're getting nuts. You want to get nuts, Howard?
Let's get nuts!
So we are doing 2 beers today.
We're double fisting.
Yeah, that's at the request of Damon. Damon, this is for you.
Damon who? Damien?
No, Damon.
Yeah, he's going to get mad now.
No, Damien's too busy working at the airport. He's not going to pay any attention to us.
But Damon gets mad when you call him Damien.
Right,
yeah.
Because he's not.
Right.
So, Howard, what do we got here?
Well, we got 2 different beers, which is exciting. We have the Spaten. Am I saying that right, German guy?
Me? I'm German?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Italian. Okay, sure.
Yeah, right.
Isn't Poland
Steiner.
closer?
Yeah, Steiner.
No, my name's not Lucas.
No, your name's Gunther.
Oh, okay.
Gunther Steiner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Because he's Italian. You didn't know that? Gunther is Italian?
I did, actually.
Okay.
So we are rocking the Dopplebocks today. We got 2 different ones.
Yeah, which is exciting because this one, the Spaten Optimator is actually it's from Germany. You know, it might be bottled in Missouri, but the beer is made in Germany.
Right, it's Munich.
You know, so, which is cool. But we also have this one, which is different. This is part of our beta sampler pack. This is the Andy Gator. You know, and it says right on the bottle here, it's a Hell's Dopplebock. So it's a double bock. Which is interesting because this is a Louisiana beer, and it's made in the style of a Dopplebock. So we're dueling Dopplebocks today to kind of give a difference between the traditional German and the hashtag America Dopplebock. So Max is taking a couple of sips already and kind of he's able to tell you which one's which.
So the American has a little bit of a bitterness.
Okay.
Almost like it's trying to cater a little, I think, to the IPA crowd.
Really?
I mean, take a swig. You had a good swig of the Spaten.
Yeah, and the Spaten is it's malty.
Well, right. It's a Doppelbock, man. You know, I'm sure they follow the Bavarian brewing law. I wouldn't doubt it. They ask us to please recycle and always enjoy responsibly. But you taste it, right?
I can see where you're going with the bitter one. I wouldn't say like an IPA.
No, but I'm saying it's got a little bit of a bitter taste to it, too.
But it's not that maltiness to it.
To cater to us pansy-ass Americans that like our IPAs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty close.
You know, and we are not drinking this Spaten, you know, it's cold. We're breaking a lot of rules here.
Right. Yep. We're drinking it in the traditional American way, cold.
Dude,
was it you that was telling me, or was it somebody else that was affiliated with the gun club that they told me what they do in Germany is they have, I think it's 3 different beers. They have a lukewarm beer, which is your typical price. They have a little bit colder, which you're paying a little bit more money for. And they have an American cold, which you pay the most amount of money for. Was that you?
That was not me. I definitely did not know that.
And that might have not even been Germany. That might have been somebody completely different.
Because I was told, and when I was there, you know, the big thing that Germany had was, you know, like, you got to think about it like we have Miller Lite or Pabst in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And you go to St. Louis, where Budweiser is, you know, king. Get it? Yeah, pretty good, right? King of beers.
What you did there.
Yeah. But there's no Miller product. There would be like no Miller. Well, there is, but I'm saying it would be like that. You are in a different town. We don't drink other people's beers. We make this beer. This is our beer.
And then Coors was even farther southeast, southwest.
So over there, at least when I was there, it was frowned upon. Like, we do not share our beers. We make our brew locally. This is our brew.
That's interesting.
So you drink this, you know. So I mean, if you take that aspect, it would be similar to, you know, back in, you know, our old man's heydays of, you want Miller, you go to Milwaukee, you want Budweiser, you go to St. Louis, you want Coors, you go to Colorado.
You go all the way to Colorado, motherfucker. Yeah.
You know, so.
That's a little harsh. I apologize.
Harsh.
And then I think they did Shiner in Texas.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know, they have Shiner Bock now. Oh, they had a good deal on that. I almost bought them out of that. That was pretty good. It was like $6.99. $6.99 for a 6-pack. That would have been a pretty good deal. But this was, I think it was like $11.99 or something. We got like a 15-pack of, that's why we're drinking the Abita beers. And we've been having that as a kind of a pregame beer. And I'm wasted today just because I had 2 or 3 IPAs for National IPA Day yesterday.
Right. This is rollover from yesterday.
Right, and exactly. And, you know, so I had a couple of those. And while Max isn't a big IPA guy, you know, I've been kind of picking up his slack for that. And plus, you've been mowing all day.
That's good. Somebody has to. I cut the grass today so that you could drink the grass today.
Well played.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Good.
It's not a weed joke. I'm sorry, everybody.
No. Yeah, we're not weed guys.
Right.
I think we'd be more normal.
If anything, one of us was once upon a time a weed man.
That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. And you know what? I don't hear from him anymore. Did I ever talk about shit about him on this show? I think I did, because I don't hear from him anymore.
Well, right, and he listened to that one episode where you talk shit about him.
And I did, didn't I?
I don't know.
I kind of feel bad.
His name was Matt Dahlman, right? And
well,
you talked shit about him for a long time.
No, he's an asshole too, but that's not the point.
I think we all are assholes. Oh, sorry.
Well, no,
we all have assholes.
Well, and that's the thing about opinions. Opinions are like assholes. If I want to see yours, I'll ask you.
That is definitely not how it goes, but I love it.
But you're going to use it for the rest of your life now.
Probably not. Speaking of things doing for the rest of our lives, right? So I have started to pay...
Wait, hold on. You took the wind out of my sails. We need a moment of silence. Are we really going to do a moment of silence?
I have no clue what the fuck we're talking about.
Okay, what were you saying?
So I have been paying homage to my grandfather.
Okay.
Which is interesting because in no way, shape, or form was he related to me at all. So he was...
Mark Twain?
He was... No.
Oh.
No, Albert Chipetta.
Okay.
He was my grandma's second husband.
Yeah.
No blood relation, but that man stepped up as not only a stepdad,
but a step-grandfather. Cool.
One of the greatest human beings I know. Thank you for the trifecta. It needed to be done.
You're welcome.
But he did everything. He was a very unique individual.
Okay.
He wore a Cubs hat every day.
Okay, there's his first problem.
But he didn't like the Cubs. He's a
White Sox guy.
He wore the hat because his last name was Chipetta.
Okay.
It was a C.
I dig it.
Here is the cheapest hat I can buy with a C on it in the colors of America because he was a Navy vet.
Yeah, I dig it.
And when he told me that...
What was he a fan of?
I laughed my ass off. Not baseball.
Oh, okay.
He was a musician. He is the reason why I play music.
That's cool.
We have a picture, actually. So he played saxophone back in his day.
Wow.
He recorded LPs.
Oh, with ELP?
No.
Oh.
But, back in the day, to record your own music was not the easiest thing to do. It was not cheap. It was not easy.
Certainly not a cheap sport.
So you needed to be good to do it.
Yeah.
And somewhere amongst the stuff, somebody has stuff he does. I want them.
Yeah.
I don't know which relative has them, but they can go fuck off. I want them. But he had a love of music, and he pushed the love of music to be like, hey, here's this. Here's the Andrews Sisters. Here's Here's the big band. Here's the swing. Here's the 40s.
Dude.
Here were the 50s. Then we evolved. Here was this. You know, and he appreciated all music. So when I was a kid, I started playing saxophone because of him. When I got good enough, I got my own, you know, like a newer one, a higher end model, you know, which is sitting right over there. Mm-hmm. And I gave him my first instrument so that he could play. And we would get together once a month and we would play. We actually have professional photos taken of the two of us hanging out playing together.
That's pretty cool.
You know, like this man. But so the big thing in the last couple weeks I've been doing is he used to answer the phone. And, you know, most people pick up the phone and say, hello?
They do?
Apparently.
Oh.
He would pick up the phone. He'd go, speak.
Oh, there's that one.
Right.
Excellent.
So the last week I've been doing it, and it has upset my cousin even because she called me, you know, when I was helping out my aunt. And I answered the phone. I said, speak. And she just went, Papa used to say that. I'm like, yeah, he did. That's where I got it from. He was a hell of a guy. I feel like that is the proper response when somebody calls you. Somebody calls you on the phone nowadays. What do you want them to do? Okay, speak.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not hello? I fucking know you're calling. I know who the fuck you are when you're calling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which leads me to another fun story. You know, I got a call from the former boss man. I didn't tell you this yet.
What?
The guy, the douchebag.
Oh, okay. Well, we mentioned his name already on this program.
Well,
so.
no free ads.
Okay. Go ahead.
So he called me.
Speak.
And I answered the phone. Speak. And he goes, hello? Who is this? Hey, how you doing, buddy? Who is this?
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Yeah.
And he goes, it's Matt.
Yeah.
Matt who?
Matt who?
Well, come on. You know who it is.
I didn't save his number.
Who? You know, at the gun club. Which one?
Which Matt? Yeah. Nice.
You know, and
Love
and then says his full name. And I go, oh, what do you want? You know, and he ends up telling me what he wants. And, why the fuck you calling me?
Yeah.
Well,
Say
you
the
know,
day again.
well, you know, and hell, I don't work for you.
What's
Well,
in it for me?
well, yeah, you know.
Yeah. He did a masturbation motion, by the way, for those of you who are not watching at home.
That is a Mike Galici quote right there, in case you didn't know it.
Dude, and it sums it up quite nicely, as far as I'm concerned.
But, yeah, I did that, and this stopped working. Oh, well, you touched it, huh? Well, what did I tell you? I told you all the time, don't touch it.
Yep.
And what'd you do? Well, I just... What did I tell you?
Yeah.
I told you not to touch it, so you didn't fuck it up. And what did you do? I'm gone, and what'd you do? You touched it.
You know, it's funny that you bring it up, because you texted me while I was at work. And I actually told the owner of the place where I work, dude, can you believe this? The place where I used to work, they said they deleted their POS system. And he just has this blank look on his face like, how the fuck is that even possible that you delete a whole POS system? Because the way ours is set up, now ours is very primitive compared to the way that we used ours. But it works. You know, and it's easy to use, and it's easy to do what we need to do with it.
The basic term means if it ain't broke, don't throw it in the lake, right?
Now, what my question always is, why did you throw it in the lake? You know, why were you fucking with it? What were you actually doing with it? What were you trying to do with it? who was doing it, what were they trying to do?
Right.
Because when you texted me with that, see, the way that I kind of see it, the way that I saw how that POS worked at that place that we worked, that we don't say on the air,
No free ads. Hashtag.
it was set up like, an app on your phone or a program on your computer where you'd have to go through steps and they'd say, are you sure you want to delete this? Are you really sure you want to delete this? Are you positively sure you want to delete this? So what actually happened? That's what I'd be interested in knowing. And what the fuck, Max? How do we always end up here? No matter how much we go through drinking beforehand, we always end up back in the same place.
All
that we were.
roads lead to Rome.
That's how that works, huh?
Right.
Okay.
And, as we've talked about it before, what happened to Rome? It crumbled.
Without the right people.
The empire ended.
That's true.
And that's where we're at.
Well, Rome still exists, right?
It does. It survived in the long run. But
Well,
it is not the empire it once was.
might never be again, but
Exactly.
it might still be there. Who knows? Only time will tell. What were we talking about before that?
I have no clue.
Something about...
You want me to rewind?
How...
Smooth thing.
Yeah. That was more Men in Black than anything, I think.
I was going for Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Because I know you don't like him, but he did
I
it.
really don't like him.
More sneaking out of it.
They did a thing I saw on Facebook, and I think I've unfollowed this guy since then. Actors that everybody likes, that nobody hates, or something like that. And
you were all 10 of them.
well, let's hope. No, but Adam Sandler was definitely one of those guys,
Yeah.
and The Rock was. And I think we've talked about the Legless Rock before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
this program.
the movie about how Howard lost his other leg.
How Howard lost his other leg. That was a pretty. Did you actually watch that film? No, I didn't either.
Do you remember
The Super Bowl commercial?
Do you remember in the gun club when we were telling everybody about we were advertising? I don't remember what the movie was called.
Skyscraper.
Was it Skyscraper?
Yeah, it was.
But actually, you say that, and I think I did see it.
That was the movie?
No, I think he had both of his legs in that one.
Well, then he lost it.
No, because something. He did a bunch of stuff. There were multiple. Anyways.
Jumanji.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we were telling everybody, because there were a specific group of people, about how Howard lost his legs.
I think that was the Super Bowl that Colin and Jarrett came over, and we were all working together at the time, and just there were a couple of those commercials that just got all of us. And the one was the Tide commercial, where we thought it was like something completely different than what it was.
Yeah, that
was like David Harbour doing something, and then it suddenly became the Tide commercial. No, they won the whole Super Bowl.
No, they had the one specifically that got me that year was the Joe Buck and Troy Aikman one, where they were talking about the game. And then Joe Buck says something about how white the uniforms are, and Aikman looks at him like, what? He goes, yeah, this is a Tide commercial. We're like, I fucking hate you guys.
That was awesome. They had a couple of those ones. The more recent one, when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, they had the NASCAR cars digitally come out on the field, and I thought that was the best commercial, and that's kind of sad, actually. That was one of the better commercials.
You gotta appreciate that. I miss hanging out with them. And if you guys miss hanging out with them, Colin and Jared do their own podcast.
Occasionally.
It's called something about we had kids and my car broke.
Now we have to watch all the TV shows that they watch.
Did you hear her car broke? Her car broke.
Her car broke?
Yes. She.
Why did she break her car?
She drove it through a house this time because the sign wasn't enough last time.
No, that's Kyler. That's somebody completely
No,
different.
Jared drove it through a sign. You remember?
No.
You don't remember when her brakes didn't work?
I remember when her brakes didn't work.
And she drove through that sign?
She never told me that.
Oh, man. No. The podcast is called "Things Our Kids Made Us Watch."
Yeah.
So go watch that. I know Jara is also a Twitch streamer.
She streams Twitch.
Yes.
So her eye twitches when you watch that footage.
Only when you talk, Howard. That's the only time her eye actually twitches.
That's excellent. By the way, that was a pretty good soliloquy by me. I want to just give myself a little bit of credit in our own podcast for that.
But I also found out that apparently twisting dreads is the most awful thing.
Why? Do you twist a lot of your dreads?
I do not, but Jara did. They're green because she's got her fairy hair.
I'm going to listen to Dread Zeppelin on the way home.
Dread Zeppelin for the win.
Yep.
But go check all of them out. They do a lot of great things. We love them. They may or may not love us. We don't care.
We really don't. I've been razzing their berries all week long too.
I mean,
and it's actually kind of funny because I should razz their berries more.
I mean,
and I don't because I'm a nice person.
Yes and no.
See, there's a little razzing there.
There you go, Jared. We love you. We missed you. Hope all is well. Hope that car gets fixed. I'll see you tomorrow.
We're actually going to try to have a special guest appearance, and he had to take off today. But maybe we'll try to give her a call sometime this week and get her in the studio, and we'll make something happen.
Oh man, should we do that spot that Steve was supposed to be here for today?
Well,
describe our beers.
There's really not much to describe. That's the thing. Go ahead though.
All right. So the Spaten Optimator is a green bottle with a green, gold, and black label with bits of red, which look like they have popsicles in it.
What?
Those not look like popsicles?
Those do look like popsicles. I was looking at the wrong one at first.
With
you know what? They look like paddles.
With some wheat and barley underneath. We do apologize for ruining this for you.
Why?
But it is a Spettenbraum from Munich, Germany.
I don't apologize for anything.
I apologize for everything for the both of us because I know who you are.
Who am I?
Jean Valjean.
Wow, how'd you know?
Ha. You know, because musical theater is my game. There's another shout out for you, Jara. Yeah, we talk about you way too much.
Theater. Like, wow. I don't know a lot of musical theater.
Wow, okay.
Oh, I've seen Cats!
Okay.
That's close, right?
So the big deal about that. So
what?
Jean Valjean. Okay.
Yeah.
Les Mis.
He was in Les Cats?
Les Miserables was a French musical about the French Revolution.
Okay, so I never saw that because it's French.
Okay, we're going to change that because they did a great version of it that had Russell Crowe.
The guy from Gladiator?
Yes.
Okay.
A beautiful voice. And Wolverine was in it, too.
See, the problem with Wolverine, though, is I only like him when he's Canadian. When he's British, it's... like flushed away. That was Hugh Jackman.
So the big deal about that,
but he was British.
Is in high school,
weird.
Howard, I was Jean Valjean.
Okay, but you're not French.
I played the lead in the musical Les Mis.
And you're also not Captain Novias.
It was... Oh, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
I know.
Dude.
I know. Don't worry, that triggered a lot of people at home,
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
All 5 people who listen to us.
Yeah, 7. How dare you?
Oh, sorry. Jara counts as 2?
Yeah, because it's Jara and Colin.
Hey, by the way, hi, Fletcher. Hope you're having fun at work.
By the way, are we working on that soundboard? What, are producers working on that?
Our producers are fucking awful because it's me and you. We are the producers.
By the way, I'm firing my intern.
Who's your intern? Is it your left hand or your right hand?
Well, it depends on the day. So
we are most definitely terrible people.
Dude, you almost spilled your beer, and we would have had to been done for the day. And we have a whole nother beer.
I did not almost smell my beer.
You did too.
You can go fuck your couch because I know you don't have one.
Oh, I'll do that later.
Or Bobby's couch, right?
No, that's still in Mount Pleasant, I think.
I bet you if you go in that apartment,
Franksville, it's the same thing.
I bet you if you go in that old apartment that you were in, it is still sitting there.
So I didn't tell you this.
Okay, you didn't tell me this.
This is probably not the right place to air my grievances, but we're going to do it anyway. My rent is going up $50.
Why?
That's what I'm going to try. I meant to call them today, but I got so bored so quickly that I came here. And, yeah, I was definitely going to call him today.
Oh, man. Hold on. Time out.
Time out?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I just got a message from Ian on Facebook, and Ian is telling me custom beer koozies.
Oh.
They're on sale.
Oh.
And I go,
can we get one of you and me?
And I told him, I love it. What do you think? And he goes, Howard koozies. Look at you. See it? You read it?
I am seeing. What was the rest of it?
What could go wrong?
What is he thinking?
I'm thinking he's thinking Howard's face on the clay target.
Okay.
With 3 blind mice playing behind it, because who needs 3 Stooges when you got Howard?
Oh, where am I making money off of this?
Ian's making money off of you.
I don't know if I like that deal. I like being, and we're still supposed to do stickers at some point, which will be great, right? Just my face, and you put it everywhere, right? We're supposed to be doing a lot of things.
We are, but, we work jobs and then don't actually care to actually do things. Actually.
So, and that leads me to this point.
Actually.
Yeah, and that leads me to this point. Like I said, we've been razzing Colin and Jared's berries all week long, and one of the berries that I've been...
That's how they have 2 kids.
Well, soon to be 3. That's not funny for them. Well, I've been razzing their berries, and I'm trying to get Colin a loan, and $500, by the way, Colin, is very low. That's a very low price. I only need 500 of your dollars.
Yeah, I mean, Catfish Steve wasn't even taking that much for sending pictures of Howard's dick out.
Yeah, he wanted a $100 Apple iTunes gift card. That's all he wanted.
So, come on, Colin, step up your game.
Colin, we buy this little fucking shithole place on the corner here of 84th and Beloit. Wow, look at me. I know things.
Yeah, you would know where you are.
If we buy that little corner there, we make a whole studio out of that. He wants 100% interest, Max. So do that math. That means he wants for every day that I don't pay him, that's $500 more. That's nothing. That's a pretty good deal as far as I'm concerned. We could make Colin a millionaire.
Well,
by the end of the year.
I mean, I guess the real question is, what's he going to do? Break your legs?
No, because I have other legs.
Right, and you break your legs already.
And then those legs that I break, I have other legs.
I mean, this is the point where you scream, "Come at me, bro."
I'm unstoppable. And plus, I will...
He's a wrecking machine!
That's right. And plus, if he tries, then I can shame him, because everybody shames everybody nowadays.
Especially
Jera, where he will feel bad because he broke my legs.
Can't believe you crippled the cripple kid.
Unbelievable.
Colin, you are a terrible person. How dare you?
Kind of a shitty asshole, to be honest with you. And not in the fun way.
Well, I mean, we all are, though.
Most of us. Well, at least our core group of people. What was I going to actually talk... Okay. You know what I was actually going to talk about? We've kind of been babbling on all day, but I did have a point today.
That we're drinking 2 beers at the request of Damon. And they are both Dopplebocks for International Beer Day.
You
see that? They should hire me for that. I should make money off of that.
Well, somebody should. It's certainly not us. But I'll tell you this. I don't know if you've been reading. I've been keeping up with this. Did you read that Mike Tyson is going to fight again?
Yeah, I heard he is going to, I'd say jump the shark, but no, he's going to punch the shark. Because Shark Week is coming.
No, that's something different, but didn't it already come?
I have no clue. Mike Tyson's going to beat up a shark, and then he's going to beat up,
John Jones Jr. I think that's his name.
Royce?
No way. I think it's John Jones Jr. I think I'm wrong, though, too, now that I think about it. But they're both, he's 54, and this Jones Jr. guy is 51. Or is he 50? There's 105 years between the two of them.
Roy Jones Jr.
Thank you.
Thank you, Google. You have saved the day once again.
Thank you. But I'm serious about this here. What was interesting about Mike Tyson is he's been doing his rounds, and what he says, what he's been telling everybody, he's saying, he's reminding himself, hey, yeah, okay, cool. I'm Mike Tyson. You know, are they going to give me the fight just because my name's Mike Tyson? Fuck no, they're not. You know, he's trying to keep his ego in check. You know, he's saying, who the fuck are you? Who are you actually? Do you think they're just going to give me the fight just because I'm Mike Tyson? Absolutely not. And I found that super interesting that he's trying to keep his ego in check. Even now that because he's Mike Tyson, he's had his own cartoon. He's famous for all the pigeons. He's
punched
in the
that dude-
Hangovers.
He punched that dude in the Hangovers, man.
And all of this.
And he drummed that Phil Collins song.
He's Mike motherfucking Tyson, and he's trying to remind himself, he's not me, certainly. I could be Mike Tyson in a fight any day of the week. We know this. We know this. We're sitting here, and we can humbly say that Mike Tyson wouldn't stand a chance in the ring with me.
Well, but if he beat you, I mean, he beat up a crippled kid.
That's exactly right. He wouldn't win. But Max, what do you think? We kind of talked about we didn't talk too much about this because I knew we were going to talk about this.
We talked
Mike
about
Tyson versus this guy you've never heard of before in your life. He's probably done like featherweight fights his whole life.
Who, Junior?
Roy Jones Jr.
I would say that. Hey, tune into next episode when we talk about this because we've been talking way too fucking long.
Are we really? Is that really what you want to do?
Well,
what's a double beer? We gotta do your. Wow, hold on,
dude. Who's drinking beer here? Howard's over here thinking like, oh, we got a double beer, so we're gonna go double as long. Guess what? I drink the same amount of beer, 3-1. If you want the ratio, I drink 3 beers to Howard's 1, and he is judging heavily.
I'm not judging heavily. That's just a common known
Did
fact.
you learn something while staring at the back of that?
No.
Okay,
It's
what
about what I thought it was.
What do you think as a comparison to it?
Do you really want to know? This is not a double bock. This is not what they classify as a double bock. And it's almost a shame.
I agree. It needs a little bit more maltiness.
Had we done them side by side, I think it would have added a little bit more point to it. But compared to what Dopplebocks are, you know, it's not the same. I guess points to Abita for trying to be a little bit different. It's not a Doppelbock. It could be a single bock, maybe.
Well, so the big thing they have about it is if you look, it has a pale malt, a German lager yeast, and a German hops. So by definition of it, they didn't follow the Bavarian beer law, but they have the German hops and malt. So I can understand where they are with it, but as this one, as the spatin warms up, it's getting better, man.
You think so?
It's getting better and better each time.
I really liked it as it was because it was a really good dark beer.
So this Abita, I don't mind it. I enjoy it. It's got flavor. It's got, you know, all the taste to it.
It's got a little tang.
It's got that little tinge, which I think because I've been drinking more IPAs and everything, I can tolerate now.
You haven't, but okay.
I have.
More than you usually do, but...
Yeah, I've had we've done 5 in the last month.
We have?
I don't fucking know. I don't keep track.
I don't either.
Speaking of keeping track, if you want to check out what we're drinking, we are doing the Untapped app. So you can check that out. You can follow us individually because we are not drinking the same beers at all times.
That's true.
Howard's got way more new beers than I do.
That's true because I've been going to that Woodman's build your own 6-pack rack, and I've really been taking advantage of that. Whether it's expired beer or beer that falls off the truck, I kind of make my own 6-pack, and I have about one a day. You know, I had one this morning. It was a Scotch ale. And we've had the Scotch ales before. And this one, what made it different is it was a little bit more smoky. But that's not the point. That's besides the point. We're talking about these Dopplebocks here. I gotta tell you, Max, I gave the Andy Gator a 1 just because it was disappointing.
Wow.
Yeah, compared to what I was drinking, I was disappointed to drink this.
I actually like it. If I walked into a bar and saw this Abita beer, I'm in. I'm fucking in. I'll give it 3.75.
Wow, that's really big.
I really like it.
However,
it is not as good as the Spaten.
Yeah.
Which goes to, I feel like I'm biased.
Well, yeah, you like the beer tasting beers.
The German beers, when you taste that malt, when you taste that hops, that stuff when you're a 21-year-old kid tasting your first beer because we all drink legally here because it's not Wisconsin and our legal drinking age isn't 14.
Right.
This Spaten is unbelievable.
It's really good.
I'm digging this beer. This is probably one of my top beers that I've had.
Okay.
It is not a lager. I do like the Dopplebock, but this I feel like was a great decision. I give it a 4.25.
Wow. I think I give this a 3.5. I like the beer. It's a little bit darker. It's not the kind of beers that I usually go for, but it's a good tasting beer, and it's I would even say it's something you eat after mowing the grass.
It's not. You have to drink the IPAs where you can taste the grass that you just cut.
That's what I tend to like.
Right. But no, Spaten, you're definitely doing a good thing. There were 2 more beers there, flavor wise.
Yeah.
I want to try their lager. I really do.
I'll say this before we kind of sign off. I went to Milwaukee Burger Company, and by the way, they're making you wear masks in the restaurant for that. I went into the Milwaukee Burger Company before the whole pandemic thing, and they had a beat up. God, it was a purple haze. It was like a raspberry lager. It was on tap. It was relatively smooth, but there wasn't a lot of flavor to it. So I don't know if it's like a regular thing with Abita, kind of not too much big on flavor kind of deal. But I really haven't been impressed so far. Their IPAs are standard. They're good, but they're standard. You could go get it anywhere else. So I don't know. We got a couple of beers to still kick through the whole sampler pack. Maybe there's some pretty good ones. It seems to have a pretty decent following because we've already had like 4 or 5 random people that are strong Abita followers like our shit. So it's interesting. So that's my soapbox. It's kind of where I stand with that. This I think I gave a 3.5.
3.5? All right. Well, I really like it, but Howard, I hate to tell you, but you've been drinking slow like you always do.
Typically, yeah.
My beer is getting low, so it is about that time. So we want to thank everybody, all of our wonderful sponsors that we don't have. But that one buddy of Howard's that did give us some money for some beers, we appreciate you.
Yeah, that was nice, even though I used that money to go buy more beers.
Hey, that's what they're for, but hey, we appreciate it. Anybody, if you got anything you want to hear us talk about, we will talk about anything about everything. So, on behalf of Max and Howard Drink Beer, I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Cheers.